I jumped into the pool, ready to end it all. Just as I was about to black out, a dolphin swam up to me, like it was trying to stop me. Then it pressed a switch on the wall, and a secret passage opened up. Confused but curious, I swam through. There was no one around. I pulled myself onto dry land. The fresh air hit me like a second chance at life. I looked back at the house that had kept me locked up for an entire year and flipped it off without a second thought. My name is Hazel. I used to be just a regular girl from an ordinary family. A year ago, my looks caught the attention of a tech billionaire named Matt. Matt was obsessed with technology. He'd built a flawless virtual world where a single blink could put $10 million in your account, and a snap of your fingers could teleport you anywhere you wanted. I fell head over heels and moved into his high-tech mansion. At first, I was living every woman's dream. No chores, no responsibilities, everything handled by a smart home system. But as the days dragged on, I started to suffocate from the monotony. Matt wouldn't let me contact anyone on the outside, and phones were strictly off limits. My emotions were logged by the system, my every move tracked by data, and even our intimate life was analyzed frame by frame. One day, Matt drugged me unconscious and implanted a chip in my brain. Now he could monitor my thoughts and emotions in real time. I had no idea when the surgery even happened. In that moment, I realized I was nothing more than a lab rat to him. Back in my room, I put on my favorite dress and did my makeup. Then I pulled the bedsheet off, tied it into a sack, and stuffed it with heavy objects. I walked to the edge of the pool and jumped in without hesitation. I intended to end my life right there, but the dolphin in the pool saved me, and I accidentally escaped that cage. I flagged down a ride on the road, and the driver was kind enough to drop me off in town. I snuck into a bar's locker room and found a set of workout clothes that fit. Then I ran to my father's house, but a sharp pain suddenly shot through my skull. I realized Matt would track me down soon. To keep my father out of it, I just borrowed a shotgun, ate some leftovers, and took off. I wandered the streets with no idea where to go. Then my father showed up. Facing my own family, I had no choice but to tell them the truth. My father was heartbroken when he heard everything. He suggested we go back to the house and figure things out from there. But the moment we pulled up, we saw a squad of bodyguards standing in the yard. My father said we could turn around and leave, but I decided to face it head on. I walked through the front door alone. Matt demanded to know why I ran. I told him I was nothing but a pet, and that house was nothing but a cage. Matt got worked up immediately, insisting everything he did was because he cared about me too much. He begged me to come home and promised to remove the chip the moment I agreed. I hesitated. I told him I needed time to think that we both needed room to breathe. Desperate to win me back, Matt ordered the female scientist to implant a chip in his own brain. He believed that once his chip synced with mine, he could control me into coming home willingly. The scientist flat out refused. Matt had a junior researcher perform the procedure instead. After a rough attempt, the surgery failed. Maybe because of some kind of feedback from his botched operation. A searing pain ripped through my skull, and I collapsed after just a few steps. The female scientist rushed over in her car and loaded me in. When I came to, she offered to remove the chip from my brain, but I turned her down. The chip was my key piece of evidence for divorcing Matt. To help me clear my head, my father got hold of a small plane. He knew flying was my favorite thing in the world. Up in the air, I felt free for the first time in forever. I screamed at the top of my lungs, letting out every ounce of pain I'd bottled up. That evening, a drone delivered a set of divorce papers to me. I could barely believe it was real. But to finally end things with Matt, I agreed to meet him. He dropped a bombshell that shattered me. My father had cancer and had a year to live at most. If I stayed married, he'd bring in the best medical team to treat him. Then he handed me a small vial of sedative. That night, I went home and slipped the sedative into my father's beer. While my father was out cold, Matt's people cleared out his entire house and rebuilt it piece by piece inside the mansion. I went back to Matt willingly because it was the only way he'd save my father's life.